Rob Grimes with the IFBTA. I'm still in Eureka Park, and last year in Eureka Park we came upon a technology that's going to be at the National Retail Show called StoryFile, which was how to use a hologram to answer questions and do things. What we were looking for is the real use case. So you're always looking for something new. So this is called AIKiosQ, and you can see that there's an AI-generated person here, actually in a Home Depot. Now, they're out of Atlanta, it's a startup, and I talked to the founder of it. She's actually listening to me right now, but they're a startup, and I said, well, what gave you the inspiration, which is what I ask everybody. And he said, well, you know, he's an entrepreneur in the tech space, he's wandering around Home Depot, and he's thinking, I can't find my way, there ought to be somebody there. And that reminds me of the conversation I had a year ago about a Star Trek episode where they had a Mr. Atos who was a virtual docent. And the idea is to be able to show things around, but to be able conversationally to answer questions. So what makes this different than some of the things that we've already seen? Well, we've clearly seen the technologies that are using AI, that are using, you answer your questions, it's going to a database, it's giving you back the answer that was fed into the database. The next generation, the conversational AI, is going to be where it's actually putting together your answers. But what if you have a whole history, a lifetime of answers and information that you've given? Or the history of your company, or where to find things. If you imagine how many things are in a Home Depot, thousands and thousands of things that you ask the person on the aisle, they don't know where to find it, and it's hard. And sometimes you take out your phone and you use the app. So here's where the use cases are that I can see for this technology. First of all, if you can take a data file and you can upload it. Now, right now they're doing it in text-based, but you can go ahead and take data files and turn them movie and wave files. You can turn them into text. So you can feed the text. There are two microphones here. So one is a microphone where she's hearing what you're saying, which is one system. The other is where she actually is giving you the information. It's a speaker side of it. So it's not listening to itself, but it's going out and searching the database of all the information and coming back with the answer. So A, you can take all the digital data you had in the past and put it up there where you answered every question in the world. You could do that. You could take your catalog, and if it's in print, just go ahead and feed it, because basically you have that anyway, okay? You could use this on a cruise ship to find your way around, directional finding, knowing how the lines are, the maps and things that are there. So I think that there's a real use case. It's very easy to use. And I tried it out myself, asking her some questions about Home Depot, and it did know the answers. And I think that if you take this and you apply it to some of the other technologies we're starting to see out there, it makes sense. By the way, I should point out, this is not necessarily a company that's creating the avatars. It's creating the technology behind it that's giving those answers and searching the database. Now, they told me, by the way, they're only in English right now, and they're listening to me do this, so they're only in English right now. They're looking at a second language. Clearly, we already know of technologies that can go ahead and take anything off of a kiosk that's already being shown up, menus and things, and do 140 languages, and can do that instantly, because we're seeing it go through drive-thrus, we're seeing it on kiosks, we're seeing it on websites, and it's instantaneous, and it's coming from what's on the screen. So we can probably apply a few things together, but this is very functional, came out of Home Depot idea, definitely has some functionality in the hospitality industry.